A statistic that really alarms me is that there are 143 million orphans in this world. And we know that at least half of them are deficient in key nutrients that they need in order to develop and grow normally. The experience of adopting Jaden made the world very small. And when we got to Kazakhstan and saw him in the condition he was in, that moved me in a way that nothing else has. And I felt a responsibility not just to him, but to all the kids living in conditions like his. And a big part of what he struggled with was malnourishment.
Up until 2 years of age, Baha was developing relatively typically. She could crawl relatively normally, she could climb. Right around 2 years of age, Baha got really sick. So by age 3.5, she was the size of probably a 12-month-old, very undernourished looking, very thin. She was in a lot of pain. Sudden movements would cause her to cry. By 4.5, she could walk on her own, but barely. She walked in a real hunched over position. She had contractures in her knees and her hips. She was so weak, and she probably was walking on fractures. There was some thought that maybe she had muscular dystrophy and had a progressive disease, and in fact, the adoption agency had me sign papers that I fully understood that she might not live to 18. It was only rickets. That's all that was wrong with her, it turned out. And within days, literally within days of starting the vitamin D supplement, I could see a difference in her. And within 6 months, other than being small, she looked like any other kid. Rickets is caused by a lack of vitamin D and can be cured simply by having vitamin D supplements, and it doesn't take long. Once a child starts taking vitamin D supplements, their rickets will be gone within months.
But one of the things that we do know about supplementation, and this has been shown all over the world, is that piecemeal supplementation can have a huge impact even if the rest of the diet is not particularly good. In large trials where children were iron deficient as early as 6 months of age, when they were given iron back, they started to immediately respond. Vitamin A has been another great example where in sub-Saharan Africa, giving kids vitamin A improves their vision, improves their tolerance to infectious diseases. When you give kids vitamin D, their bones get stronger, they're more mobile. If they're more mobile, then they're interacting with their environment more. That improves their cognitive outcomes. So all of these things work together to improve general health in the kids. The 0 to 3 time period is critical in terms of brain development. And we've learned from long-term studies that if kids don't get the nutrients that they need at that point, they may well not be able to catch up any of those processes later. For example, if the kids don't get the iron that they need, we know that at age 10, even at age 20, they have poor school performance, more difficulty obtaining a job, lower IQs. So that's an example of how an early nutrient deficiency can affect you perhaps during your whole lifespan.
When you look at all the things that children and institutions are deficient in, what they're really lacking, the list is very, very long. However, when you look at simple, straightforward interventions that can make a huge difference, the addition of nutrients in the form of vitamins and minerals is one of the simplest and most cost-effective ways that we can help these kids.
Sometimes I look at Baha now and watch her running around on the playground or riding a horse, riding her bike, whatever, and I'm blown away that it's the same child that I saw just a couple years ago. A simple multivitamin given every day would have changed Baha's life, and it would have avoided years of pain.
Some of the most debilitating diseases and conditions that these kids can suffer from can be prevented and cured with vitamins alone. That's powerful, it's easy to affect, and we have the responsibility to give these kids what they need in order to be healthy.